Hi, nice to visit with you again this week, and we're just going to share some mission miracles with you. So we'll read those to you so you can enjoy them.
We also are sending them to your parents uh, and to the older kids that have their own Facebook accounts, I
Facebook.
guess. Yeah, so that Facebook, so they can look at it on YouTube from Messenger. So any of you that are old enough can look there too. So the one we chose for this week is the blessing of technology. And first of all, uh, well, I guess I should let Dad do the part here that he.
We have enjoyed the blessing of technology. First of all, when we are going someplace we are not familiar with because it is a first time going there, at least, we use GPS, which does a great job. When we are needing to read a scripture while with someone and we did not bring our scripture book, we bring up the scriptures in our phone and can read it from there and have them follow because of the fact that they do not read. The electronic services are great for videos as well, being available to bring them up, view, and show them to people we are with. We have a tablet, which is the size of a small notebook. We use frequently to look at things on the screen and also show these items to people. A laptop is also available to have a larger service amount and screen to use to show people things. We would go ahead.
So we'd like to share some examples of how these blessings of technology blessed us while we were in the field, and why some of the devices and technology we used even became an issue. We felt like we were blessed a lot by some of the people that we read about in the scriptures because we followed promptings, we were obedient, but we didn't know why at the time. Some examples of that were Nephi. He didn't know what or how he was going to accomplish getting the plates. Like Lehi's family, who left Jerusalem and just went into the wilderness, not really knowing where they were going. Abraham, who was asked to sacrifice his son, and Adam, why he even gave sacrifices, why that even began with the creation of the world. So we feel like it, the examples that we're going to share with you helped us to understand these situations in the scriptures more because it was something real that happened to us, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, the first thing with our electrical items is having a hotspot. We had no idea what a hotspot even was, but this $10 a month service was introduced to us by T-Mobile. We used it all the time, and it blessed our lives as well as the people we worked with while missionaries. Lots of people didn't have internet connection, and so they would just go park somewhere and try to find someone that had unlocked service. Using it, we could teach almost anything.
Anywhere.
Anywhere. It also helped us with Zoom meetings that were held by our mission president.
The second thing was the laptop. You know, when we got ready to go, they said we needed a tablet. So we were prepared to bring the tablet. So we discussed with each other, should we bring our laptop, should we not? But then I thought, it'll be so much better and easier if we can type out our letters to the family. So we decided, yeah, let's bring it. So we brought it and we really didn't even know why. Well, the very first general conference that came, the church building didn't have really good, consistent internet service. And so the branch presidency member that was there said, gosh, we can't even get it to hook up. I wish we had a laptop. And of course, we had ours. So what a blessing. But then the internet was so flaky that we had to use the hotspot to even connect. But then we were able to hook up through the church's equipment and show conference up on the big screen that was there. And it was used for every session. So that was another time we were very grateful that we listened to the prompting, even though we hadn't planned on it.
And then with Gospel Library, some things that were a benefit there. One of the members in our mission branch, Brother Joe Truesdale, hadn't gone to school past the 4th grade because of a divorce in the family, and he was one of the older children who had to help support the family of 6. Loading the Gospel Library onto his phone was such a blessing because he could listen to the Book of Mormon and the New Testament. He then started to participate in our family home evenings because he had some questions or thoughts gleaned from the listening.
There was another young girl, actually about Allison's age, Carol Bush. She was baptized as a teenager, but she has dyslexia and had a problem comprehending the words because she would have to work so hard on reading that by the time she got through with what she was reading, she couldn't remember the gist of the story. And so she was so excited to get the scriptures on her phone so that she could listen to them as she read. And then we showed her how she could get into the videos and watch the videos that also go with the scriptures. And she was so excited to have a positive influence in her home that she could understand and comprehend.
And then John Henson was a friend of the church we met with, and he didn't enjoy reading, so we loaded the Gospel Library on his phone so that we then taught him how to use it. He was excited to hear the scriptures. He was listening to were the exact ones he believed were true. This was a great teaching tool for him. And then Michael and Brenda Sessoms loved to have a lesson and then have the video of the review of what they had just talked about so that it was able to mean more to them.
The GPS, that was another tool that Grandpa mentioned at the first. It was such a great tool. And the lady on our GPS even talks to you and helps you find your way. So if you're the driver and your co-driver is sleeping, then you can listen to which ways you're supposed to go safe. It made our travel the best. The worst experience we had is when we went to the Dallas temple. We had 2 different members with us. One had used to work in Dallas, and the other one had just been there multiple times to the temple. Both of them were telling us how to get there. The GPS was talking and telling us another way. Anyway, pretty soon it was nice to let both of them stop their discussion on the best way to get there, and we listened to the GPS. And we learned that you resync it if it gets a little out of whack by doing the figure 8 just in the air for 4 or 5 times, and it will resync it. And I thought that was pretty cool too. We loved having young elders by us. They were such great teachers.
Yeah.
So we hope you can see how the Lord works, and some miracles are slow happening, like us deciding to take the laptop. Some were because a problem came up, like we couldn't get the internet, and so the people at T-Mobile told us about the hotspot. Some of them were just that we were just there at the right time, and then we were taught how to use the technology. But we really know, and I can testify, that technology was a great blessing to us on our mission. and to the people we worked with. And all the advances were such a blessing to the people we taught, especially the uneducated, those with reading issues and problems and comprehension problems. It brought the gospel to life, the stories in the scriptures, and we loved it.
Yeah, it was a great help for them to understand stuff that they needed to know better. So we're grateful to share this with you, and hope you find it of great use yourself.
We love you.
Love you.
Bye bye. We'll share something else next week.